Hey guys, this is Joshua Ostrow. I just wanted to take this time in this podcast to talk about Rick Rubin and the amazing producer he has been and continues to be in the industry. He has quite a long track record, dating back to when he was in college at NYU. That's when he really started producing music for other bands. He moved out to LA shortly after, and he was very non-traditional in the way that he worked with artists. He often took a lot of time to get to know who they are, get to know their motivations, what makes them tick, and he used this in order to inspire creativity and inspire who they are and their music that came from it. Rick really loved to break molds within the industry. He wasn't a man who really allowed himself to be put into a box. A lot of this is what the labels really tried to do with him when he first started making hits in hip hop. They were like, no, we don't want you going off and doing all these recordings and producing for rock bands. They wanted him to stay where he was in hip hop. But of course, he fought against that backlash and really just tried to push forward, and he really was able to prove himself in all these different genres. He's worked from just different people, from Run DMC to Slayer to Johnny Cash and even Ed Sheeran, one of his more recent artists. And he's been commended by all of them. Yes, he's definitely a weird character, but he does great work, and there's no denying that. One of the big things where Rick really turned the industry on its head was when he helped produce Run DMC rapping over Aerosmith's song Walk This Way. It was a huge hit. It really reached a different demographic in terms of listeners, and really allowed hip-hop to be more relatable to people who had been used to rock for the past few years. It really allowed it to break into those people's houses, into their minds, and really just be another source of musical happiness for them. He kept on doing this with other artists like Johnny Cash. When he found Johnny Cash and sought to work with him, really, Johnny Cash didn't come to him. He went to Johnny Cash. Johnny was very much washed up. At the time, he was mostly just playing a few live shows. He wasn't really making much in terms of new music, and he was mostly just living off of his past recordings and what had happened in the past with his old style. Rick really was able to revitalize this and really make it into something new. When Rick produced Johnny Cash's later albums, they became huge hits and really got him back on the bandwagon, you could say, and back in the spotlight, per se. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you go out and listen to some of Rick Rubin's music. Take care. Bye.